Good morning students, welcome to your online class for this subject commerce. I hope you all are in good health and doing your regular studies and keeping the note of whatever is been taught. Today we'll start with chapter 6 titled Partnership. Now we have previously learned about the sole proprietorship or the sole trader. Sole trader is a one-man show, one person investing in the business, finance, one person controlling, one person managing. So if there was a need of expansion of the business, partnership came into existence. So if you want to increase your finance, if you want to increase your managerial capacity, it was very important to join hands with one other person. Therefore, partnership is the extension of sole proprietorship. We know single, sole, two-person partner. So, not only to increase the finance, but also to have good control and supervision over the business, there was a need of a partnership, two or more person joining hands together. So, partnership is the extension of sole proprietorship. Here are few definitions given. A partnership is a voluntary association of two or more persons who agree to carry on some business jointly and share its profits and losses. They combine their funds and skills to carry on business together. So, it is a voluntary association. Voluntary means nobody will force you. If you are willing to join or enter into a contract with your friend or with your relative, a business contract, it is a voluntary, your willingness where two or more person can join together to do the business and share profit and losses. L. H. Haney defined it as partnership is a relation existing between persons competent to make contract who agree to carry on lawful business in common with view to private gain. Kimball, he defined a partnership or firm as it is often called is then a group of men who have joined capital or services for prosecuting of some enterprise. So, L. H. Haney, he defined partnership two competent person. Competent means a person who has got knowledge of the field. So, if you want to enter into a certain business, you need to have, when you are entering into a contract for a lawful business to earn gain or profit with other person in partnership, you need to have knowledge of that business. So, partnership is when two persons who have knowledge of that particular business come into the contract to carry a lawful business to earn private gain. And Kimball, he defined group of men join their capital, investment and services for a enterprise. The Partnership Act defines it as partnership is the relation between persons who have agreed to share profits of a business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. So, Partnership Act says two or more persons who have agreed to share profits, and not only share profits and losses, but they work as implied agents. Implied agents means one person will work for other partners also. So, whatever functioning he is doing in favor of other. Not only all are working together, but one of them is acting for all. Each of them is acting for all and all of them are working together. L. H. Hansen, he defines a partnership is a form of business organization in which two or more persons up to maximum 20 join together to undertake some form of business activity. So, L. H. Hansen, minimum he says 2 and maximum he says 20. John Shubin, two or more individuals may form a partnership by making a written or oral agreement that they will jointly assume full responsibility for the conduct of business. So, John Shubin, he defines that the contract can be written or oral and they agree that jointly they will take the responsibility of the business. The persons who enter into partnership with one another are individually called partners and collectively a firm. So, two partners are there, A and B. So, individually A and B will be called partners, and together A and B will be called firm. The name under which they carry on the business is called firm name. So A and B has kept their firm name AB Company or AB Limited. They can keep any other name, XYZ Limited. So the partners A and B individually are called partners, and collectively they are called firm, and under which they carry on the business is called as firm name. Now let us look into the features of partnership firm, features or characteristics. The first one is two or more person. We all know to make a partner we need to have at least minimum two. One is never called as a partner. So alone you cannot enter into a partnership. You need to have minimum 2 and maximum 10 in case of banking business and 20 in other type of business. If number of partners exceeds maximum more than 20, it will become illegal. It will not be called as partnership. Okay. A firm cannot become a partner of another firm, though its partners can join any other firm as partner. So individually you can become partner. A firm AB company cannot become the partner of CD company. A and B individually can become partner, or A, if he wants to become the partner of CD company, then he can join CD company. But firm cannot become the partner of other firm, but individually they can join as partners. Second feature, agreement. Partnership is the outcome of an agreement between persons. The relation of partnership arises from the formation of a contract and not from status or birth. So partnership in the business, the contract for the business is not on the basis of a partnership like brother sister or friend partnership. This partnership is in the form of contract. Even brothers, if they don't want to do business together, even though they are brothers from birth, we cannot say that they are partners in business. A partnership is the outcome only when there is a contract agreement, either written or verbal, between two or more person. Now if the businessman shares profit with the workers, so they will not be called as, it will not be called as partnership, because he is earning profit and he is sharing the share of his profit to his worker. There is no agreement between the worker and the businessman or the proprietor. So here the agreement has to be there, even though they are brothers or sisters or relatives from the birth, still the partnership will not come into form until unless there is an oral or written agreement signed by all the partners. Lawful business. A partnership can be formed only for the purpose of carrying on business. Now partners doesn't mean that dance partner, singing partner, no. Partnership is a lawful business, and only when you have a purpose of carrying on a business, then only the partnership can be formed. An association of persons who jointly own a house without carrying on a business is not a partnership. Moreover, the business carried on by the partners must be lawful. So the partnership will come into existence only when it has got a purpose of carrying on business. So agreement doesn't mean that you agree to stay in one house, but you are not a part of that partnership. So here the partnership will be formed only when if there is a purpose of carrying on a business, and moreover the business should be lawful. Illegal acts of theft, dacoity, smuggling, etc. cannot be called partnership. So partnership has to be entered through agreement, and it should be for the purpose of carrying on business, a lawful business. Any other illegal act like smuggling, dacoity, theft, even though you are earning money in this will not be considered as partnership because this is not lawful. Number 4, sharing of profits. When 2 or more persons agree to enter into a contract to start up a business, they must agree to share the profit and losses. Now, there is no partnership without the intention of gain. When you enter into a business partnership, your further focus is to earn gain, and so this profit should be distributed among partners in the agreed ratio. Ratio can be equal if there are 2 partners, half or 1/3 and 2/3, okay, or they can have, so according to the ratio 1:1, 2:1, okay, 1:3. So according to their agreed ratio, they must distribute their profits. Not only they should take the privilege of the profits, but they should also share the losses in the similar manner. The sharing of profit is a proof that there are partners. So partners are sharing, and so this means that there is existence of partners, okay. And so not only profit but even losses should be shared in the ratio that has been agreed between the partners. Number 5, mutual agency. So here we came with the definition carried on by all and by one of them acting for all. It means that every partner is a implied agent. Implied agent means like if there are 4 partners. So these 4 partners, 2 is minimum, so 4 partners are there. So A, B, C, D. These 4 partners have to do work, all of them will have to do work, controlling, managing, supervising in the business, giving finance, and if they are taking any new contract like any new supply contract, so they have to act on behalf of others. They don't have to see only their own profit, but they have to see the profit of the business. They have to look into the profit and losses of the business. So if suppose one partner goes to Lucknow and there he gets a very nice deal, so on behalf of the other partners who are staying over here in Bahrain, on behalf of the other partners, he will take the contract from the supplier if he finds that contract to be valuable. So not only all are working for the business, but one is also acting on the behalf of others. So each partner is liable for acts performed by other partners on behalf of the firm. Number 6, utmost good faith. Now partnership is based on mutual trust and confidence. Every partner should have trust and confidence on the other partners that they will do the best for the partnership or the firm. So until unless you don't have trust and faith on others, and until unless you don't show trust and faith on others, that somebody should trust you and you should trust the other person, it is impossible to have a good form of partnership. He must observe utmost good faith in all the dealings with his co-partner. He must render true account and make no secret profits from the business. So each and every partner should see that they are not having more personal gain. They are doing work and benefiting the partnership. So they should have mutual trust and confidence. This will make a better partnership. Unlimited liability. Every partner is jointly and severely liable to an unlimited extent of debts of partnership firm. In case the assets of the firms are insufficient To pay the debts in full, the personal property of each partner can be attached to pay the creditors of the firm. So, this can be one of the disadvantage, but this is the feature. Unlimited liability. Liability is what you owe, what you have to give to others. So, if there is lots of dues to be paid to the bank, dues to be paid to the supplier, you have taken goods on credit. So, if the dues are more than the profits or more than what business can pay, even the personal property of the partners can be taken to pay off the creditors. Number 8, restriction on transfer of interest. Now, they come into a partnership and they share profit. So, they have their own shares. So, like if you have 20% of share, okay, or 30% of share, or let us say you have got 50% of share, there are two partners. So, you cannot sell or transfer your shares in the name of other person like your relative or your brothers, sisters or your parents to other person. You cannot transfer it without the consent of the other partners. So, you have to ask the consent and the permission of the other partners, then only you can transfer your share to someone else. Joint ownership and control. A partnership is owned and controlled jointly by all partners. So, the last feature is the partnership is owned and controlled jointly by all partners. Then we have partnership deed. Okay, now what is partnership deed? A partnership can be formed by two or more persons. Law prescribes no mode of forming a partnership. So, there is no, like when two persons they agree to start a business, the partnership can be formed. Even the registration of partnership is not compulsory. Partnership is formed through the contractual relation between two or more persons. This relationship is based upon mutual trust and good faith. So, there has to be a contractual relationship, and partnership registration is not compulsory. There has to be a contract to agree to start a lawful business, and there has to be mutual trust and good faith. In order to avoid disputes, the agreement should be in writing. Now, oral agreement can occur dispute, like what you have said or what your partner has said. The partner can say no in future, he or she can say no, I have not said this. So, it is better to have a written agreement, and even the law does not say that written agreement is important, but to be on safe side it should be in writing. In absence of such an agreement, the rights and duties of partners are determined by Partnership Act 1932. Since there is no compulsory of the registration and agreement can be done orally or by spoken or verbally, it says that it is not important to have a agreement. It can be agreement in writing, it can be verbal or spoken, but to be on the safe side it should be in the writing. And the Partnership Act gives certain rights and duties of partners, which we will see in the next class. What is partnership deed? It is a document containing the terms and conditions of a partnership. It is an agreement in writing signed, it is written signed here, signed by all the partners, duly stamped and registered. So, partnership deed is a document which has got all the terms and conditions, rights and duties of the partners, and it is agreement in writing, and it is signed by all the partners, duly stamped, stamp is there, and registered. It defines the rights, duties and obligations of partners and governs relations among them in the conduct of business affairs of the business. It is not a public document. So, the partnership is in writing, signed by all partners, stamped and registered. It has rights and duties and obligations of the partners and how they should conduct the business. The partnership deed must not contain any term which is contrary to the provision of Partnership Act. So anything which is not related to Partnership Act or which is contrary, means not connecting to the Partnership Act, should not be included in the deed. A written agreement is helpful in preventing and resolving disputes among the partners. So in the partnership deed, you have got all the details. What are the rights and duties of the partners, how much salary they will get, how much commission, bonus, what is the share of each partner. So in future, if there is any kind of conflict or dispute among the partners, there is a written proof about all the details of the agreement in the partnership deed. Terms and conditions stated in the partnership deed can be changed with consent of all the partners. So in future, if they want to change the deed, they can, alone they cannot change. They have to take the consent and they have to take the decision of the other partners, and then only they can change the partnership deed. The partnership deed usually contains the following clauses: name of the firm, nature of the firm's business, the principal place of business. What is the main location of the business? The business can expand into different areas, but the main location. Duration of partnership. Now when we go to the types of partnership, then we will see that there are some partnership which is not for lifelong, like a contract to build a house, building, road. Okay, so these partnerships are only for few years. Name and address of the partners, amount of capital to be contributed by each partner, how much capital each of them are contributing, 1 crore, 2 crore, 20 crore, amount which can be withdrawn by each partner. So now there is also a contract that how much money they can withdraw yearly, not more than that they cannot withdraw. The profit sharing ratio, rate of interest if any on capital and drawings. So if the partners are getting interest on capital or interest on the drawings that they are drawing out of the business, the rate of interest is written in the partnership deed. It can be 6%, 10%, 12%, 5%. Amount of salary or commission. Allocation of work among partners. What work are they assigned? Mode of valuation of goodwill. Procedure for admission, retirement, etc. of a partner. So now partner can admit a new partner, or they can, if they wish to retire, according to the procedure they can retire. Procedure for maintaining accounts and getting them audited. Procedure to be followed in the event of dissolution of the firm and settlement of accounts. Arbitration clause in the case of dispute among partners. So procedure how to maintain the accounts. Now maintaining of the books of accounts is different for different types of firm, and how to get it audited. Procedure to settle the accounts if there is dissolution. Dissolution means there can be case where the partners are becoming insolvent. They are not having enough money to run the business, so they decide to close down the business. Or if the court says you cannot, in certain cases if the court says you cannot further run the business, so they have to dissolve or close down the business. So in that case they have to settle all the accounts, they have to pay all the dues and they have to settle all the accounts. So the procedure is written in the partnership deed. If there is any dispute among the partners, the partnership deed can be taken as reference, like already it is written in the partnership deed, so it will be easy to solve any dispute. Loans and advances by partners and the rate of interest payable on them. If any partner wishes to take loan or contribute loan into the business, the rates of the loan is been written in the rates of the interest on the loan is written in the partnership deed. So here we have studied about the definition of the partnership, features of the partnership, and what is partnership deed, and what are the clauses that a partnership deed contains.